Hi guys, welcome to Yoga with Iris, and today I am in the mood for chit chat. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Iris Vatrana. I'm a yoga teacher and I post yoga video sessions on my YouTube channel. You may also follow me on Instagram at yog.iris for daily yoga inspiration. So we're discussing all sorts of yoga stuff today. Basically, I just wanted to update all of you about what's been going on in my life, why I've been keeping so busy, not been able to post much on YouTube. Basically, I've been more into meditation and spirituality recently. So although I'm practicing yoga religiously on the mat, I've been practicing yoga off the mat as well. So guys, recently I've been motivated to start focusing more on a lot of meditation to clear my head, and I've been reading, hearing about a lot of spiritual stuff, chakras and all that jazz. So I just want to share whatever little I've learned in my journey and where I am in my yoga journey currently. So in the last 5 years since I've been practicing yoga religiously, I've come a long way on the mat, on the physical aspect of yoga. I've been able to master a lot of poses that require a lot of flexibility and strength. So honestly, I want to admit that my body has been naturally flexible, and so it's been easier for me to attain the asanas that require flexibility and stretching. But it's been really difficult for me to work on the asanas that require strength, and that is where my real yoga journey lies in. So by no means am I saying that I've reached perfection in any of my asanas. There's still a long way to go, but the journey has been teaching me a lot. I've been religiously working on my handstand over the last 1 year. I know that it has taught me a lot of things on a mental as well as physical level. So yes, I'll share all of that with you in detail some other time, but today essentially what I want to talk about is that I've been trying to do some manifestation. If you guys don't know, manifestation is trying to convert your thoughts into reality, to picture, envision your ideal life and trying to bring it into reality through meditation, through raising your vibration in different ways. So guys, I'm sure all of us talk about positive vibes, negative vibes, right? So ever thought what vibes are actually standing for? Vibes are vibrations. So every being on earth, every body, every living and non-living thing on earth has its own vibration. We are vibrating at a certain frequency all the time, and it's just like Wi-Fi, you know. You can't see Wi-Fi, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It's there, right? Similarly, we all have our vibrations, and we are vibrating at a certain frequency, and whatever frequency we vibrate on, we attract things in our life that are vibrating at the same frequency. So if I'm an engineering student, if you know this much about science, you would know there's a term called resonance, and it talks about the same thing. So you attract the things that resonate at the frequency that you are vibrating on. So in Hindi it's said sankalp se srishti, and manifestation essentially makes use of that same logic, and you try to create your thoughts in such a way that they attract the things into your life that transform your physical reality as per your thoughts, to align with your thoughts. So that's something that I've been working on. I've been trying to manifest certain things in my life. I've been religiously meditating, doing different things, trying to align my thoughts by various activities that encourage manifestation, etc. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I've been reading some spiritual books like The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Now, I know it's a very old book and we all know about it, and I'm sure a lot of you have read it. I tried to read it many years back. I just couldn't get the point of that book. I couldn't even turn one page. And now this book has suddenly become such an important part of my life. I try to go through its pages frequently to re-inspire myself, because it talks about a lot of things that resonate with me now in my current life situation. So I've been reading some books, I've been reading some journals on the internet, I've been listening to some YouTube gurus, some gurus in real life like Sadhguru, etc. And I've been also listening to a lot of people who are already at a very advanced stage in spiritual awakening. So that's what I've been doing. Recently, I've been reading about chakras a lot. If you don't know, there are 7 chakras or vortices of energy in our body, which are located at 7 different points along our spine from bottom to top. And these are essentially discs or chakras of energy which are not visible. But again, there is no X-ray machine or any evidence to prove their existence, but there are other ways to prove that they exist, because there's been a lot of research and a lot of people who have been experiencing the existence of these chakras and how they affect the balance and disbalance of energies in our body. So this is something that I've been reading about. Briefly, I want to share what the different chakras are. There is the root chakra, which is the Mooladhara chakra. It is the base of our existence, and it stands for security, stability, and the basic survival of a being. The second one is Swadhisthana chakra, or the sacral chakra, which stands for sexuality and all the creativity happening in our life. The third one is the solar plexus chakra, and it is also called the Manipura chakra, which stands for wisdom and power. The fourth one is the heart chakra, or the Anahata, and it stands for love and healing and those aspects of our life. The fifth one is the throat chakra, also called Vishuddha chakra, and this essentially stands for our communicating abilities, our public speaking abilities, our abilities to express our emotions and whatever is on our mind, etc. The next one, sixth one, is the third eye chakra, or the Agya chakra, and it stands for the sixth sense. So how well we are able to sense the subtle signals that are going on around us. And the final one is the crown chakra, which is also the Sahasrara chakra, and it is essentially the chakra of spirituality. So how awakened we are in our spiritual journey. So the root chakra, as the name suggests, it is present at the base of our body, and it affects the bottom half of our physical body, and also stands for any basic life requirements of our materialistic world. So if there is any instability in our materialistic world in terms of money, in terms of health, etc., then there is an underactive or an overactive root chakra. That is what it is said. And balancing the chakra or balancing the energies is what leads to balance in all those aspects of life that signify the root chakra. And the next one is the sacral chakra, which stands for creativity, for sexuality. So being fertile or infertility, or things like blockage in creativity. So if you're a creative person but you're experiencing that creative block, that you're not able to bring your creativity into reality, then that is something that is related to the sacral chakra, and most often than not, your sacral chakra may be blocked and it may be disbalanced. So the third one is the solar plexus chakra, which stands for wisdom and power. It also stands for the digestion aspect of the physical body, and those are the aspects that are affected by the balance or disbalance of the solar plexus chakra. The next one is the heart chakra, which I am currently working on. So I feel that I have a block in my heart chakra, and I'm trying to balance the energies in my heart chakra currently. So that through various crystals, through meditation, and a lot of other stuff that I've been doing. So essentially, when your heart chakra is disbalanced, you may be feeling a block of emotions. You may be feeling closed to your loved ones, or closed to emotions of love, and you may be keeping yourself from going through a healing. You may be avoiding a healing, and you may be requiring a huge healing in terms of your emotions, etc. So the heart chakra, it relates to the level of passion that you hold in your life, and it's essential to keep this energy balanced. The next is the throat chakra, which is located here at the base of the throat, and it essentially stands for communication. And if you've been experiencing a block in expression, you've been not able to express as much as you would want to, or you're facing some trouble in your communicating abilities, or maybe the chakras can be underactive or overactive. So an underactive chakra will not let the person express well, while an overactive chakra may lead to a person expressing too much. So there has to be a balance. So that's what it means by the balancing of the energies of that particular vortex. Again, the next one is the third eye chakra, which is located here. It stands for awareness, your sixth sense, whether you're able to sense the subtle signals that you're receiving from things going on around you, from things that are going on in your dreams, and that kind of stuff. And finally, there is the crown chakra, which is also the Sahasrara chakra, which is located at your crown, or just 1 inch above the crown. That is what it is said, but touching the crown of your head. And this is the chakra of spiritual awakening. So it is said that your crown chakra is activated when you are spiritually awakened. So guys, this is what I wanted to share from what I have been reading and hearing and learning, and this is where I am at. I would like to know your questions, your comments about all these things. If there is something that you want to learn deeper from me, and if there is something that you want to teach me, please do so, because I'm sure a lot of my followers, they may be at a much more advanced stage of spiritual awakening, and there may be a lot of things that I'm probably even wrong about. So disclaimer from my side, I'm not an expert on these topics. I am just in a process of learning. So please let me know your comments and your suggestions, and please subscribe to my channel for more such chit chat around all sorts of yoga and spiritual stuff. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks guys. See you later. Bye bye.